Come on, let's go outside. Let's take a walk in the sun. There are things to learn and things to see. A big wide world for you, your dog, and me. Dog Talk.
Hi guys, welcome to Dog Talk. I'm Pat Becker. We have a super show for you today and I'm anxious to get started. My first guest is Kelcie Scarberry. How are you?
Doing well, glad to be here.
Did you bring your bass?
Not today, no.
As everyone can tell, and I'm sure everybody recognizes you, Kelcie is one of the Scarberries that works at the Oklahoma Opry and been going for a good while. It's an excellent show. All my friends go down there, most of my friends participate.
Yeah, they do.
And it was wonderful having you with our group, with Heart and Soul.
Oh, I loved it.
You were such an addition, and beautiful and talented, and what else is there?
I appreciate
So, what else is there is your dog.
My dog,
Who's
needs
very
to
curious
turn
right
around.
now.
Yeah.
Come here, and her name is?
Danny.
Danny. Look here. Look here, Danny. Look here. What do I have? Oh, they are so bribable. Can you see that? Yeah, you want to get that? Do you want that? Yes.
Yep.
So tell me where you got this dog.
I got Danny on Father's Day this last year, and we went to Walmart to get food to cook for my dad.
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You said the magic, not so good words. There was a person at Walmart selling dogs?
Yeah, and out of the back of his truck, he was a high school kid, and he needed money for insurance for his truck,
You know, I
think.
am very sympathetic to his situation, but that is the most negative thing that you can do is get one of these. I admire you for going ahead and doing it. I cannot say that I would not, you know, because it plays on your emotional feelings, doesn't it?
Yeah.
These little puppies there, and he needs to sell them, and you know that they're, you know, they're going to be going to people you don't know, and so you know that you can take care of one well. So it does motivate you. Look here, Danny. Hey, what you got? Goodness sakes, he kind of likes this. Look here, Danny. What is that? What is that? You know, as we were commenting before, this dog would make a good search and rescue dog, I think. She's alert. She's got this, and obviously she's got shepherd in her. Do you know what else it is?
Yeah, definitely part lab, and he mentioned quite a few other things too. So,
well, as we know scientifically, biologically, that can happen. But I see a great deal of the shepherd in her, and she is curious, and she is very a high energy dog. So,
that is for sure.
So I am going to, after the show, I'm going to recommend some trainers for you.
Great.
To make her a little
great.
easier to handle. All of this energy can be channeled. And because I think she is very, very intelligent, I think you could do a lot of different things with her, and I think she'll make a great companion dog if she understands what it is exactly that we want her to do, right? So I will get that information to you, and we have made her the dog of the week. Now you're really going to love this stuff. Yes, you are. Look at what I have for you here. Look at this. I'll just let you look in there and see. This is a $100 gift certificate
Oh my goodness.
to A1 Pet Emporium, and you can buy her some more things. Let's see if she's prey driven. I believe she is. Is that yours? Is that yours? Is it? Yes,
Yep.
I believe it is. Yeah, she's
Yes, it
definitely
is.
got the prey drive. And playing ball with her, throwing the balls and doing stuff
Yeah,
like that, that
she
would be a
loves
good
that.
thing too.
Hey.
And here are some balls. That's okay. They belong to her. She can have at them. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
So, Janice, you brought guests on and didn't tell me about it. This is a surprise for me.
No, this is a surprise for you.
All right.
Pat, this is Cali.
Yes.
And you have actually met Miss Cali once before.
I remember she was like a big piece of fruit.
She was a watermelon
She
at our
was.
costume contest on Rise and Shine
Yes.
here on Freedom 43. So I had the pleasure of speaking with Buu and Chase her owners, and we began to talk a little bit about Callie's story. And I'll tell you what, this dog has an incredible story of survival.
Wow.
Well, it was back in November of 2013, and I wanted a running partner. So never had a dog before or anything. So we started to look around, went to the Yukon Pet Shelter and to a couple of other ones, and then there was a big event at PetSmart on Northwest 63rd in May that was a mega adoption event. Went down there and we looked at several dogs. One of them was Cali.
After an adjustment period of getting to know Chase and Buu, Cali felt right at home.
Relaxing, starting trusting us. I think that was a lot of it, trust. You know, I don't know what her life was before us.
From there, things took off, and Buu found his new running partner.
He wants to play the moment he gets home. She's running to grab a toy, and she's full of energy.
Yep, she's a big part of our life.
Yeah,
every
huge.
night, every day, we do something with her, whether it's going to the park multiple times.
PetSmart.
Yep, or the stores, and events. Anytime we see an event that benefits a shelter, we try to attend it just to help contribute to them. We went to the Bark for Life event and had a 5K there, and she did excellent. I think we got second place. Due to Cali, she was pulling me, and then we attended the Ghost Runner event, and we got first place in our division because she was pulling me along as well. So, but it was great.
February 2015, the observant pet owners knew something was wrong.
We started noticing minor bumps on her ears, on her eyes, and then on her nose. First, I think it was just the ears, small little blisters, and we thought maybe it's an allergic reaction, maybe she's eaten something, and so we didn't take her to the vet initially. We waited about a week or so, and it didn't improve. She was still running. It didn't impact her whatsoever, and after about 2 weeks, it just grew worse, and it got to her eyes, and then on her feet, around her mouth. So at that point, we knew something was wrong.
Chase and Buu decided to visit an internal specialist at Oklahoma State University Vet Hospital, where they met Dr. Paige Mackey.
She was really sick. She was really depressed and very dull. And actually, she was not really the most friendly dog, which is a huge 180 from where she is now.
Said that it's definitely lupus. So they prescribed a higher dose of prednisone, and then her hunger increased, urination, thirst increased, and she just kind of sat there most of the time. And but her sores were improving a bit. Her bumps were decreasing somewhat.
Higher doses of the medication would leave Callie's immune system vulnerable.
Callie got really sick, and we don't know if it was from an infection, but she just had a temperature of about 105 degrees. And the next morning, I didn't think she would survive. So I drove her to the Yukon vet, and they provided a pain medication, and that's all they said that they could do.
Callie spent 6 days in OSU's intensive care unit. She was put under during multiple tests, including a bone marrow biopsy.
Her neutrophils were so low that they couldn't even count them. And she actually they reported it out as 0. And that certainly is scary, because that can, basically, she has no cells to be able to fight any infection in her body that may happen, whether that's a paper cut or something like a pneumonia.
The next 8 months involved bi-weekly trips to OSU. We were there for Callie's final visit.
She's back to normal, just a bundle of energy and a big part of our lives every day. I mean, it's almost like it didn't happen.
I'm sad to lose them. I'm happy that we got to say sort of goodbye. I know we'll keep in touch, but I'll be sad not to see Callie on my schedule anymore, because I'll certainly miss them a lot.
Wow. So what is the prognosis then for her? What have they said?
She still has some issues with her creatinine numbers being high, but outside of that, everything is fantastic. We're still doing labs on a monthly basis.
Good. I started to say she's going back in for tests and seeing that. So did they tell you how rare this was?
They didn't say. I know that it can happen to dogs, and it can be hereditary. We have spoken to the dog shelter, OK Save a Dog, and Kim was nice enough to call her sister the owners of her sister, and there were no issues with her sister, so no autoimmune disease.
So it's one of these things that the immune system is such a tricky thing, and dealing with it in humans is a challenge, but with a dog, and thank goodness that you guys were alert enough to get her in. This is a remarkable story, Janice.
It is a great story, and oftentimes, unfortunately, on the news and then even on our show, sometimes we have to feature stories of abuse or neglect and what humans didn't do right. But these two individuals have done everything right, and they never gave up on Callie. And Callie, in return, her spirit lifted, and you could just see her getting better through this entire process and leaving OSU a better dog. So with that in mind, I actually have an award for you guys. We would like to award you as one of our Dog Talk heroes. And I'll go ahead and read this for our viewers so they know. Buu and Chase, whose unwavering love, compassion, and determination to the aid and healing of Callie, their beloved dog, has set a great example for us all. You will always have our sincere admiration. So this is for you guys.
Wow.
Thank you.
Welcome.
That's awesome.
It is a tribute to those who would absolutely express the love and care they have for their dogs. Not many people go this far. It's going the extra mile, and we appreciate you so much. You are models for all of us. God bless you.
Thank you so much. We love our dog, and we can't imagine of losing her. So
yes,
and as you can tell, Pat, she's got a little model of her own. You should see this dog's closet at home. Look at this footage I took. This dog has her own closet full of dresses. I mean, Callie is in every sense of the world spoiled, which is great. We totally advocate that in our Dog Talk. This one lights up. As you notice, this was her holiday outfit.
Yes.
Yes, it lights up.
You know, I have a dog about that size. Could we borrow some? My dog would love this.
She has more clothes than I do.
Yes, exactly.
We also have another surprise for you guys. We know that you visit A1 a lot. So with that in mind, we would like to give you a year's supply of dog food at A1 Pet Emporium.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome. You're welcome. It was a pleasure getting to know you all. And one last topic we want to discuss is the cost. I'm sure our viewers at home are like, this must have cost them an arm and a leg. You guys have got to be lottery winners.
ICU for 5 days for her was pretty
6 days.
expensive.
Right.
6
so before
days,
she got sick, we run almost every day.
So I understand that you have sort of thought about the insurance thing?
Yes. So I got the insurance because of us running. I thought maybe later on in life she would need some surgery with her hips or something, but it kicked in the very first year.
Which company did you take this insurance?
Embrace.
Embrace,
Right,
which
so
is a very good company. They are very reliable, and I'm so glad that you did that. Yeah, that is another option, you know, because not only did you sacrifice through time and energy and emotion, but the financial part of it is also big. And so many people, if they had this kind of situation, could not afford this kind of thing. And in which cases, we try to help as much as we can. And the vets will give you, you know, discounts from time to time. But you went to the right place as far as diagnostic work and everything. God bless you. That is just excellent.
Well, thank y'all so very much.
Good story, Pat.
You did a great job, my dear. Great job. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to visit Barbara Lewis and the Boys Home.
A1 Pet Emporium is Oklahoma's authority on healthy nutrition for dogs and cats. Quality does not have to cost more, and we only have the best. If your pet suffers from allergies, digestive issues, skin infections, or hair loss, it may be the result of their diet. A1 Pet Emporium can help. We offer pet portraits monthly, adorable rescue animals every Saturday from noon to 4, and free dog and cat food samples. Locally owned and operated, we want to be your neighborhood pet store.
So, Barbara Lewis, how are you?
I'm just great today. How about you?
Good. Well, Ted and I have called you up here to talk about the Boys Club.
Yes, isn't that wonderful?
It really is. And of course, there is a history here. When were you first contacted by the Boys Club?
Actually, it was probably, it was 2 years ago, or almost 3 years ago now, because it was right after the tornado in Moore in May, and they contacted us about September, October, and
looking
said,
for a dog.
I need a dog, and so
Twister was perfect.
And so we had a dog left over that no one had claimed, and so we were getting ready to send him to prison to, you know,
prison training.
For the
he
prison
had done
training,
nothing that
right,
wrong.
Exactly. And about the time they called us, we said, well, as a matter of fact, we've got this dog that's getting ready to graduate from our prison dog training program. He'll be a perfect dog for you.
And he was absolutely perfect. And then, coincidentally, this year, another dog appeared.
Right. He just appeared on my front porch, actually, and so I put a sign up, said found dog.
Twister was a lab. What was this? What is this?
He's also a lab.
Those are the best. I love the labs.
Aren't they great?
Good
Yeah.
for wrestling.
Right.
Yes, yes.
They love people.
And Goldens. You like Goldens.
Yeah. That's the same family, kind of, right?
Right.
Well,
right.
not really, but that's okay. At any rate, so we took a trip up there to the boys' home, and you always take food for them,
right?
And which Dog Talk supplies. We are
Right.
very glad to do that. It's a wonderful place, and when we went up, we had a great experience, and we took a lot of video.
Right.
And so you haven't seen it. We want to see it?
I do want to
I'd like to see it.
Okay.
Personally.
Let's do that.
So the Tulsa Boys Home's been around for like 95 years, since 1918. Was established as a home for orphan boys, and we had heard about the idea of maybe having a therapy dog at the boys' home, so we find out about a dog that was orphaned because of the devastating tornadoes that leveled Moore, Oklahoma. It's amazing how the impact of just one dog can have on 64 boys and the staff on a day-to-day basis here at Tulsa Boys Home. I wouldn't have believed it if I didn't see it day in and day out.
You know, Twister, was a homeless dog once, you know, in the tornado and all that, but, you know, now he's around kids just like us, and, you know, he can feel like he's family and we're family, and, you know, he's kind of just like us, just another brother.
Twister has enabled some of the boys to really stay focused on their therapy. One of our guys, I was told just within the first week that Twister was here, first time in a year, he was able to sit through a group therapy session and stay focused on the topic at hand because Twister was at his feet. Unbelievable. I mean, it's just a match made in heaven.
So here we are at the Tulsa Boys Home, and we are so glad to see you guys. It's Patrick, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And Nick?
Yes.
How are you guys?
No, I'm doing good. How are you
Excellent. So we are here basically to talk about the dogs that are in your facility. So tell me about it. You know Twister here?
doing? Oh, yes, very well.
I understand he runs with you.
Oh, yeah, Sunday we have our running club, and sometimes, you know, he'll run with us around the track 3 or 4 different times, and, you know, he does pretty good.
And he runs beside you?
Yeah, he'll run beside us most of the time. Sometimes he'll cut in front of us, but sometimes he'll jump in the pond. And
So he's having a good time while you're having a good time.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me ask you a question. Having him here, does it help? Does it make you feel good? Does it
yeah.
make you feel like you got a friend or what?
Oh, definitely. Like when, you know, if you have something that you got to talk to somebody about or something like that, you can always tell him, and he never tells anybody.
He keeps secrets, doesn't
he?
he?
He keeps secrets very well.
He's very good at that, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
Well, we're going to talk with the new dog that's here and some of the people who have helped in organizing all of this. So thanks again, guys. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So now we have Captain Jack. So Mike, Jeff, good Lord, what's going on? You got a new dog?
Well, this is Captain Jack. He's
Yes.
been with us for about 1.5 years. And you can never have enough dogs when you have 64 boys on campus. So we
I
currently have
understand.
2. And we always have to talk about when we get dogs, what lodges that the dogs will go to. So we're happy to have 2 dogs.
Uh-huh. So this dog actually has a little disability here. I've noticed he's hawking around on 3 legs. And I'm going to give Jeff these other treats
you.
here for him. You go over this guy. He has them. There you go.
I don't think this big guy even knows that he's got a disability. Nobody else does by the dog's behaviors around here.
Yeah, you know, and the fact of the matter is he's a lab, and labs kind of take a licking and keep on ticking kind of thing. They persevere, I have found, through everything, and that, of course, is is in their DNA, in their breeding. So, and how have things been going since I talked with you last?
Well, it's been about a year, and it's always, taking care of 64 boys is always a challenge, but we got through the holidays, and it's like just a big family here at the Boys Home, and having the 2 dogs helps out tremendously.
Yeah, it seems to be. That's one thing that I was so attracted to in this particular facility, is that it is like a second home for these guys. And they all, as the lab, they adapt to it. And of course, it really is very helpful for them. So when they graduate from this facility, where do they go?
Best case scenario, we want them to go back and live with family members, if that opportunity is there. If not, they may go live with aunt or uncle, possibly, and then
continue their education.
Continue their education, because a lot of the guys, we have 5 that are going to graduate this week, but the majority of our guys are between 14 and 16 years old. So best case scenario is we want to get these guys possibly into a foster home and then go back into public school.
Excellent. Well, the 2 that we have met today are certainly candidates for a great future.
Right.
And I think it's a wonderful thing. So Jeff, how do you feel about it?
About the dogs here at the Boys Home?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we love it. It's we've got 158 acres out here. We've got 2 ponds and fountains, and we've got a lot more loving than we got dog around here. So there's no shortage of attention for these dogs out here.
Well, we thank you so much for letting us come in and chatting with us and everything, and letting us meet Captain Jack. He is quite something. So, Rebecca, I hear from the 2 guys that we just interviewed that you are the main muckety-muck for the care of this dog and the care of the guys.
I'd like to take full credit, but it's a big team effort with everybody on campus.
So what is it that you do exactly?
I'm a therapist for Wolf Lodge.
Okay, so each boy that comes in has a chance to meet with you?
Oh, yes.
And talk with you?
Every week, every young man on campus in our program has an individual session, at least one, and 2 group sessions, and then however many times we need to meet.
Yeah. Come here, Captain Jack. Oh, you are such a good boy. So, Barb, how are you?
I'm just doing great today.
Good. And of course, we know you are from New Leash on Life, and this dog came from you.
Right.
So tell us where this dog came from.
So we really don't know anything about him. We don't know what happened to his leg. It was that way when he came to my house, and
so he has a history which we do not know about.
Right, exactly. But he seems to be none the worse for it.
You know, and he seems to connect with Rebecca so well.
Well, I think another thing that is remarkable with Jack, and I think one reason he is perfect for us, is he has obviously been through some trauma.
Obviously. He has. He has, and he carries that with him.
He does.
As a dog trainer, I can tell you that it will be hardwired, and occasionally it will trigger in one way or the other. He will have those memories, but thank goodness, Rebecca, he has you.
Well, thank you so much.
Exactly.
And I think what he gives all of us is he's brave. He's very, very brave, and he has moments. He has to get in and out of the truck every day. He has to get up and down off of things, or just eating. And
nobody ever tells a dog they can't.
He knows he can, but there's many times where he'll stop and look at me, or he'll stop and look at whoever's with him, and he kind of goes, "I don't think I can do this." And we just really kind of have to encourage him.
Exactly.
And then he tries.
Exactly.
He is full of try. And
well, God
couldn't
bless
ask
you
more.
for doing what you do for the dog, for
well,
the
thank
boys.
You. It's truly my pleasure.
Golly, Barb, that is a great story. And I understand that you're going to supply another dog to another facility?
We were contacted by the Cherokee Nation Juvenile Home in Tahlequah that they were wanting a dog. So we just graduated class from the prison in Holdenville.
What breed of dog is this one?
Well, it's a Heinz 57 variety.
Good mix.
Probably a lab mix.
Yes,
And just a nondescript
Well,
short-haired dog.
I can't wait to hear how this one's going. Maybe we'll do a little video up there too.
That'd be good.
That is, I mean, it's such a special story. That the way the dog and the boys are working together. I think it's awesome.
The dogs inspire them.
Yeah.
They really do. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, Trish Clark's here.
Hey Dog Talk fans, don't forget to join the conversation after the show by visiting our Facebook page. Just go to facebook.com/dogtalktv. Join the conversation. We'll see you after the show.
All right, so we're here with Trish Clark from A1 Pet Emporium. Hi. We are going to talk grooming with Pat's beautiful dog, Gypsy.
You know, so many people think that, you know, when it's wintertime, they don't really need to groom their dog, and that's totally not the case. You need
Tell
to
that
really,
to Gypsy right
you really need to groom your dog. Yeah, you really need to groom your dog all year round. Gypsy is what they call a double-coated dog. So she actually has an undercoat, and so you want to try to get the hair. That's an undercomb rake, and it actually pulls the hair up underneath.
Now, just lightly. I don't need to dig in.
No. Don't dig in. Just lightly brush, and that will actually get the hair up that's up underneath that first coat, that first layer.
I'm already seeing it.
Yeah. So
now, Pat normally says she has all the dogs groomed and ready to go, but for this segment particularly.
Yeah. So you definitely want to keep your dogs groomed. It helps with a lot of things. In this case, it helps with your shedding in your house. It helps keep her hair soft and silky and feeling good. The other thing is too is a lot of times you will get the oils that are in their skin out, to help. As far as dandruff and things like that. The other thing that you want to do,
which she doesn't have.
The other thing that a lot of people might have, like Yorkies or Schnauzers, things like that, actually have to be trimmed. It's a good idea too to brush them with a lighter brush, something like this.
Now this is not for like the thick haired dogs.
No. You want to do it with shorter dogs or shorter hairs. But you definitely want to have your Yorkies or those that need to be groomed on a routine basis. You want to keep them brushed as well in between time frames. And then you have dogs like your hairless. Your hairless dogs are becoming a huge popularity now. They actually need to be bathed a little bit more often. Don't use your home dish soaps. Those are like the worst things you can do.
Yeah, you would think that a dog wouldn't like.
No,
but
a good thing to use, and we have a lot of different kinds. This is just one of them, but it's Burt's Bees, and we have a whole
I use it on my lips.
Yeah, exactly. But they have
I think.
I do too. I love Burt's Bees.
It's chapstick.
But they're all, it's 99% all natural.
Oh, okay.
So you're not adding a whole lot of chemicals, or you're adding no chemicals. Exactly. Great for the skin. You can actually use this shampoo for any dog, but great for your hairless dogs. But we have a whole line of shampoos. If I would say on dogs that don't need their actual coat groomed, such as Gypsy here, don't bathe your dog more than once a month. You dry out their coat and so forth like that. But if you don't like the doggy smell, we have all kinds of great things you can use in between. We've got a deodorizing spray, which is really awesome, doesn't dry out their skin.
Now, can I use this? Because some people say that I have a little...
Well, you could. It's natural. They also have a waterless shampoo. So this is where you don't want to actually shampoo your dog.
And you can get all this stuff at A1 Pet Emporium.
A1 Pet Emporium. We also have some great things for cleaning their teeth. We have
Make
nail
sure
trimming.
You're grooming the dogs. And make sure you're going to A1.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that.